My goal is to help you eliminate your back pain so you can live a healthy, active lifestyle without pain and without having to worry about it. Because there's a lot of worry we have in our world, and one thing you don't want to worry about is your back pain. So I get the question, what is the exercise I need to start with? I get a lot of questions. Which stretch is the best? Which exercise is the best? But here, this is where you start. Yesterday, I did a video. Oh, I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to share it and then ask some questions. Because we have a way out that is different and it's better, and I want you to share it and get it out there. Okay, we need to get active and get this moving in the right direction. We need people to understand what we're doing here. But I did a video yesterday, the first step to eliminating your back pain. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to do a quick review of it. But it's about the movement patterns around the disc that aggravate the disc. It's a study that we did, and we identified that motion patterns will trigger the disc to cause you more pain because the disc will move. 24 vertebrae between the head and the hips. The vertebrae are the bones. In between each bone, there is a disc. The disc is like a jelly donut, and what can happen is the jelly on the inside can move a little bit, and then there's an outer, thicker portion around the jelly called the annulus. But what can happen through sitting too much, bending wrong, sitting wrong, poor posture, overloading the disc, poor movement habits, is the annulus can start to tear and start to force the nucleus out. And it starts a bulge, and then a herniation, and then a rupture and degeneration, and all the things that happen in and around the spine happen to the disc. So one of the things that we talked about is your movement patterns will perpetuate this process, which will then means that what's happening now is your sciatica is not going to go away, and your back pain is not going to go away. And what we found by doing a study where we analyzed MRIs, 5,000 of them, with motion 3D MRIs, upright weight bearing, is that there are times where the disc motion will push the annulus out, and that will aggravate your pain. So we identified motion patterns causing the herniation to get worse, causing your pain to get worse. And the key problem here is the spine's very dynamic. There's 24 vertebrae. Each vertebrae is designed to move front, back, side to side, and rotate 6 different directions. Very dynamic. But the spine really isn't designed to move all the time. The motion should take place in the hips and in the shoulders. But when you're moving in and around the spine, what happens is the spine will get aggravated, and the disc will get aggravated, and the inflammation will get worse. So one of the things that we talked about is to decrease the inflammatory process. You have to sort of control your movement patterns. But when you don't, it's like hitting your thumb with a hammer. Thumb gets inflamed, and maybe you keep hitting the thumb inflamed, and all that inflammation causes the tissues to become very, very, very sensitive. You can blow on your thumb and it hurts, okay? Same thing happens in and around the spine. It's like that cut that won't heal. It's the disc that won't heal from the inside. The annulus isn't healing on the inside, and you're getting more inflammation, and the inflammation is what causes all the trouble. But the key is to eliminate the cause, and you eliminate the cause by having better posture and better healthy movement patterns and things like that. And that's why we have the 22 tips, 22 videos on how to bend, how to twist, how to get out of bed, how to get out of your car, how to get off the toilet, how to brush your teeth, how to do your dishes, not how you clean them, but how you lean over the sink. All these things take the pressure off the disc if you do them right, and if you do them wrong, adds pressure to the disc. So that's very, very, very important. That was the video yesterday. Okay, so what's the question today? What's the number one exercise? Where do I start? We call it bracing. Bracing is designed to prevent the motion, okay? Motion patterns are making sure you use the hips and you know how to move, but the bracing really prevents the motion from happening in the spine. So the goal is to prevent the motion to the spine. Okay, when you're moving too much, that's when you start to have the problem. So the bracing makes it so it doesn't bend in the spine. All the activities that you do throughout the day, you need to do the bracing. What is bracing? Bracing is activating the muscles. The muscles in the front, okay, the side and the back. It's like you call your core. It's like this core area around your spine. From here all the way around. This is your core. You have to brace. You brace when you do an activity because that'll prevent you from moving. The goal is to make sure we don't move in and around the disc. The question is, how do you brace? There's a lot of different theories on how to brace, and what they've identified, the best way to brace is to act like you're about to get punched in the stomach, and then you contract these muscles so they can't punch through there, okay? Like this, okay? You don't have to punch yourself, but that's the brace. It's getting those muscles active. Sometimes they say, push your fingers toward your stomach, and then push back out with those muscles. As you push out, those fingers going out, that's the brace. Same thing, like if somebody's gonna punch you, okay? That's the brace. It's not hard, but you need to start in the front and move your way all the way around. So you activate the muscles in the front, the side, and in the back. That's the bracing. Eventually you want to brace all the way up to here, and then the motion takes place in the shoulders, and the motion takes place in the disc. But right now we're just trying to activate these muscles. This is where you start. You start with the bracing. And bracing, you have to fine tune it. Someone's going to hit you, you get ready for it. Okay, that's the bracing. You got to make sure you're ready. Okay, same thing. Somebody's hitting the front, somebody's hitting the back. Okay, the muscles in the back, there's less awareness of those muscles, so sometimes it takes a little bit more concentration to activate those muscles, and there's a trick to doing it where you can do it in bed, and you can activate the entire core all at the same time. Here's what you need to know. Core muscles need endurance. The muscles that prevent the motion to the spine require endurance. We're not trying to get force into the spine for movement, we're trying to prevent the movement. And when you want to prevent the movement, the muscle needs to hold static for a long period of time. That's endurance. We're not trying to build strength. You don't need a stronger spine. What you need is more endurance. You need more awareness. You need to make sure that you're aware of what's happening. Okay? Strength is for the primary movers. What's a primary mover? The squat. You don't want to train the squat before you've trained the endurance of the spine, because when you have more strength than you have endurance, the strength overpowers and then the endurance gives out and you aggravate the spine. Start with endurance. Go to strength. That's the process. We've developed what we call a 10X program. A step-by-step process, how to do that. Start with endurance, go to strength. How do you do that? It's a step-by-step process. We call it the 10X program. It's the most comprehensive and scientific program available. Every week for a period of 12 weeks, you're going to get new videos, new movement patterns, postural habits, how to lay down, how to stand up, like I said, how to bend, how to get out of the car. All those things very, very, very important. Okay? So what you get is you get a comprehensive home exercise program that it changes every week. It's not one program and you do it forever. Okay, it gets every week, it gets a little bit more challenging to build your endurance, and it gets to the point where we build your strength. You get access to the question and answer session, tutorial videos, we talked about that. Access to exclusive Back Pain Warrior Facebook group, where you can ask me questions directly every single day, and you get a bonus program, pain-free for life section. Normally it's $997. Patients coming to our clinics cost $10,000, okay? You can get this right now for $47 a month. 3 months. You can do the math, it works. This program works. It's a step-by-step process. More importantly, what it does is it gives you understanding, gives you freedom from the pain, and you're no longer dependent on any other form of therapy because you can get better on your own at home. That's the program. 10X, we call it 10X. So it's totalbackpainrelief.com/10X order 1. Let's see, on this video, I will have a link in the description and then a link in the comment section. to click on that to go access the program to check it out. That's it. This is the most important exercise. This is where you start. We did video yesterday on bending. Okay, that's the 22 tips. Today is the exercise. It's all in the program. It's all in the 10X program. So check it out. See you soon. See you tomorrow, Friday. Today's Thursday. I'm out.